Center in EHT is where everyone's lawn and garden should begin. Family owned and operated since 1964. Stop in and see what we have to offer. Visit bobsgardencenter.com or follow us on Facebook.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Brittany Trumpy here. We are in for a very mild evening. That's kind of the silver lining. All the extra clouds and the extra moisture are going to keep those temperatures elevated during the overnight hours. Remember, the air cannot cool any lower than what the dew points are, and we have some extremely moisture-laden air just parked across our region. So those temperatures just can't drop all that low. So we'll probably be maintaining in the 50s for overnight tonight. That means tomorrow morning we already have a head start on what could be a warm day, but unfortunately the temperature is not going to change all that much. We're going to drop down into the 50s for your Saturday. Typically, we start off with temperatures in the 50s, and that means we're guaranteed to have a day where temperatures climb into the 60s and 70s. But between the lack of sunshine and just sort of the active weather pattern, we're just not going to warm up that much. So tomorrow is going to be cooler. We're also going to see multiple rounds of clouds and rain throughout the day. So we're staying with the kind of active gray and soggy weather for this weekend. Here's the setup. So we have a little bit of a stationary front kind of sitting just down to the south. That's what brought in some of the storms and the activity for overnight last night and earlier this morning. Looking forward to kind of early tomorrow morning and into the weekend, we have this low pressure system lifting up towards the Great Lakes. That's going to bring us another round of rain as it pushes this warm front towards our neck of the woods. So really throughout the day tomorrow, from morning to end, we're just going to deal with some scattered showers, a couple of sprinkles here or there. Then as we look forward to the second half of the weekend, we have the cold front kind of cruising through with another round of rain and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms for our Sunday. So we're bumping up to that 60% chance of rain for your Sunday, only about a 30% chance for Saturday. It's going to be very messy and unorganized activity for the first half of the weekend. The second half of the weekend is much more organized and widespread. After that, we do have an opportunity to dry out, but the kind of soggy weekend, while it's not ideal for getting outside and soaking up the spring-like weather, it's actually very good for us. We are still looking at some severe to extreme drought across our area. Granted, we've made some huge progress. We earlier had the red shading kind of extending into a much larger portion, and then up to the north we had severe drought all the way up towards Trenton and Howell, whereas now they're just looking dry, and we have moderate drought conditions kind of for the bulk of Burlington and kind of a big chunk of Camden and Ocean County as well. So we're making progress. So even though for weekend plans it might not be great to have all the rain out there, it is good for us. And then next week we dry out, but we're also going to cool down a lot. We're going to see a little bit of a cold snap on the way where temperatures fall down into the 40s and 50s.